Welcome back to another Lanxess Tech Talks with Dr. Gisele Ravagnani. I'm your host, Jim Eady. Today we're going to talk about waterline disinfection. Welcome back, Gisele.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you again.
You too, the World Pork was a success for the team.
Well, yes, it was. In fact, we had great discussions. We had a great time with the customers. And also, I think it was busier than last year. I saw many people attending, not just the first day, but also during the second day. It was a great show for us.
I'm excited to talk about waterline disinfection. I'll let you kind of get to your presentation and look forward to learning about this.
Of course. So I just prepared some slides because I have some pictures and some videos that I would like to share. So I think um, it's going to be better, so we can see. So just let me know, just double check if, let me share my screen. I think, okay.
I know there's lots of risks about not disinfecting water lines, how they impact animal health, and
Yes.
there you go. We've got the slide.
Yeah. So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
The presentation mode? Oh, okay. So today I would like just to talk a little bit more about waterline disinfection on swine farms and why it is important. So why it is important and how to implement this waterline disinfection uh, effectively. So the first thing is we always talking about biosecurity and cleaning and disinfecting surfaces and internal, external biosecurity measures. But sometimes we forget the water line. It's a surface as well. So it's very important to maintain, of course, the animal health and the performance of the animals by preventing, in this case, in water lines, when we prevent the buildup of harmful biofilms and pathogens as well. So biofilm is really important when we just discuss about waterline disinfection. So when we perform a regular cleaning and disinfection of the water lines, it helps to minimize the risk because you're removing or reducing the amount of pathogens that can be there on these biofilms as well. And also, when you think about mineral films or mineral matter, it can deposits around this water line and the water flow can be compromised as well. And of course, the water quality. So the water source, of course, farmers are always concerned about the water source, the quality of this water. But imagine if you have like a very good water quality, but your pipes, the water line, are all dirty, full of organic biofilms, contaminated with pathogens, for example. That water that was good, it's gonna be contaminated. So it's important to, of course, pay attention not only the water source but the water line conditions as well, because of course it can pose a biosecurity risk for the introduction of pathogens to the farm. So maximizing water biosecurity and of course the medication efficacy, because we know on the industry, not only for swine but also for poultry, there's a lot of medications that are used for in the water, so in drinking water. So the water can serve as a vector and also as a reservoir for pathogens. So here there are two pictures of some water lines. So here, the first one here, this one at the top, you can see it's more like a mineral deposit inside these pipes. And of course, there's a biofilm. And the second one here, this one at the bottom, you see it looks like a slime. So these organic biofilm can deposit on the drinkers And the animals are trying to drink the water, but the flow water is not happening because it's clogged with this type of um, biofilm as well. So that's why it's important take care of your waterline disinfection and removal of all of these biofilms. And I know I talk a lot about biofilm. So what is a biofilm, right? So it's the biofilm is in water distribution system in swine farms may serve as a reservoir, as we can see here in this picture, because we have some unattached cells of some bacteria, for example, or fungi, or a pathogen that can attach on the surface and start growing. And these pathogens create like a monolayer on the outside, and they are protected, right? So they create like their environment, their colonies, and they start to multiply themselves. So imagine it just started with one cell, 10 cells, and it's keep multiplying, and they can, achieve high numbers and a high concentration of pathogens. And of course, um, is the source that can contaminate the water. So here, I just brought two uh, videos just showing, because on the next slide, of course, I'm just talking about waterline disinfection, but I want to also as well discuss how to properly disinfect and what type of product should I use when disinfect a water line. In this case, in our portfolio, we have the Virkon S, and that's why I wanted to share these two videos. These videos were shared with one of our customers, um, and they used Virkon S for this waterline disinfection. So here, the first picture, that this one that you can see right now, look inside the water line, inside the pipeline. So it's full of biofilm. It's all dirty. So this is what we don't want, right? Of course. In the picture here at the bottom, it's after the disinfection. So you can see that the inside of this pipeline, it's clean. There's no biofilm or organic or mineral deposits. And what is something that we look for when we, of course, disinfect a water line. So here is just how to properly implement the water line or the pipeline disinfection on swine farms. So of course, it may be applied to reduce or eliminate the biological load in the water coming in the farms, especially between group of pigs. So every production cycle, it's very important. When you are doing the terminal cleaning and disinfection of the barn, it's important as well to disinfect the water line, not just the general surfaces, but as well the water line. And you have to target not just the organic biofilm, but also the mineral biofilm, especially because on farm levels, we have different water hardness. So it's not just organic, challenging, right? So with that, why we recommend the Virkon for waterline disinfection? Because of course you want to disinfect this surface. So Virkon is a disinfectant. We have an extensive list of pathogens of concern for swine, for the swine farms, and Virkon has an acid pH. Acid pH, it's very important because it will dissolve the hard water scale. So when you face challenges with mineral deposits, it's important to use acid solutions. So Virkon has acid pH that will dissolve this hard water. scale. Another important point is the surfactant. Virkon has a surfactant on its formulation that is going to remove the organic biofilm. So you have a product that is going to disinfect, remove the mineral biofilm, and also the organic biofilm, right? Because we face these challenges on farms. So using just one product, you're going to target all these challenges that you have. But how I'm going to use or prepare the solution, or what is the concentration that I should use? For waterline disinfection, we recommend using, of course, between production cycles, so every between groups of pigs, and it should be used when the animals are not inside the barn, right? With no animals present. So you prepare a 1% solution of Virkon. In what means 1% solution? The 1% solution is 1 scoop per gallon of volume, or in case if you are using the Virkon S tablets, it's 8 tablets per gallon. And you prepare the solution and filling a suitable container with water and Virkon. And all this information that I'm just sharing here on this slide, we have marketing material leaflet as well that we always share with our customers, so they can have this material, this step by step on their hands at the field when they're performing these type of applications. So you just prepare the solution, mix the powder and the water, mix until we always recommend wait 10 minutes until all the powder is fully dissolved, and then you empty the water system and refill with 1% of Virkon solution that you prepared on step one. And then it's important as well to trigger each drinker to ensure disinfectant solution is present, right? Because remember on one of the pictures that I shared, showing that kind of slime algae biofilm or on the drinker. So when you trigger a drinker, it ensures the disinfectant it's gonna disinfect as well that part, and allow the solution to sit a minimum of 10 minutes. Of course, if you can let the solution for 4 hours or even overnight, you will achieve better results, because of course you're going to prolong, you have longer contact time, right? Especially for the disinfection, for organic removal, and the mineral deposits removal as well. And then you just rinse or flush the water system with potable water and trigger each drinker to ensure the potable water is rinsed and water rinse is cleared from the system prior to repopulation with animals. It's very simple and it's very effective as well. So this is what I would like to share, because sometimes we're always just concerned about barns disinfection, and the water lines are so important as well, especially because it has a one of the most, if not the most important feed ingredient for animals, that is the water, right? So this is what I would like to share today, Jim, and thank you.
Well, this was great information, Gisele. So I think the take-home message is water is important because that's how the animals stay healthy. It's what they drink, feed products through water, and
Mhm.
that's something people need to pay attention to.
Yeah, and it's a source of how pathogens can enter in a farm as well. So if you take good care of this type of surface, and not, of course, as well the water source, it's just another box that you're checking for your biosecurity to keep your good biosecurity in your farm.
That's another Lanxess Tech Talks on waterline disinfection with Dr. Gisele Ravagnani. Thank you.
Thank you.